y'all, welcome back to another video. Long time no see. Well, it feels like that, but it's because I've just been uploading very slow. I try and record videos and then I don't feel like editing them. I've also been kind of in my head lately where I'll start recording something and then I feel like it's not good enough, so then I just don't post it. I'm trying to get out of my head and get back into recording and doing all different kind of videos. So I decided to film this 2-year homeowners update in a more relaxed environment than sitting in my office and the video being kind of stuffy. So I'm sitting on the couch with my blanket and chilling, and we about to just get into this update because June 30th was actually our exact 2-year mark of owning the house, but I think it was July 14th was the actual 2-year mark of July 14th was the actual 2-year mark of living in the home, because we actually had a lease back when we purchased. So I wanted to go through like the pros and cons of like being a homeowner at such a young age. We actually bought our house, I was 21 and Kahari was 22, so that was pretty young. I know people do it younger, but that was young for us. We still had a lot to learn. I was still a newer agent, so I had a lot to learn about that as well. So like, I just want to go ahead and get to the cons first and get that out of the way, and what has been stressing me out and what's been stressing us out about the house. So as y'all know, we went through a whole housing frenzy, everybody buying up houses, everybody offering way over asking price, and people doing that, it drives up appraisals, it drives up everything. It drove up everything. And then like just the economy in general is just driving up everything. So unfortunately this year we got hit with to me, a pretty big increase in our taxes, our property taxes. They went up really high, making our payment go up. And then our homeowners insurance also went up because they said the cost to build our house is more expensive now. Like, I mean, they went from like 190 to 270,000. Because I didn't have my Texas license yet, they were saying that I couldn't file for the homestead exemption, but Kahari had his Texas license. So one day I just went on the app, because you can actually apply for your homestead exemption on the app. And if you don't know what your homestead exemption is, basically like a tax break for you, if that's the right. I'll put the definition on the screen because I have a hard time explaining it. I just know what it is. I'm that kind of person. I know what it is, but it's hard for me to explain. Like a break on your property taxes and what they can tax you. I think you get like a $40,000 deduction, and then they can only raise it, I think 10% every year or something like that. I'm not sure. I'll put it up there. But yeah, it gives you like a break, but we didn't have that. So our taxes went up last year, but they didn't go up that much. It only made like I think a $50 difference, or it was less than that. It was like a $30 difference in our monthly payment. This year it was like I don't know, like $300-400, because our taxes shot up really high. Like, and we're going to get into that. I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty and just give you my honest opinion, and that way so you can prepare yourself. Because like I said, being a newer agent, I knew a lot of the things, but they were still things that I was learning. And one of the things that I feel like I should have paid more attention to was our tax rate in this area. But because that was new to me, I didn't really pay attention to it. I paid attention more to like, you know, equity and can I fix it up? Is it cosmetic work? Is it going to take a lot of money? Is it worth it? Is it overpriced? Running CMAs? I did that kind of stuff, but I didn't really pay attention too much to the tax rate. So get our homestead exemption, because I actually went online and I put it in using his information, and they approved us for the homestead exemption. And then once I got my Texas ID, I went ahead and just uploaded it. So this whole time we could have gotten our homestead exemption, because originally it was saying that we weren't going to get it until I get my Texas ID. So yeah, but the first time we got it denied because I had forgot to switch his ID to our new address. But anyway, we got that figured out. We ended up getting our homestead exemption. So we started getting checks in the mail for overpaying in taxes, but it still wasn't like, I don't know what happened, but they didn't send enough for it to do anything to our escrow account. So like the reason why, if you have an escrow account, the reason why our monthly payment went up is because we went negative into our escrow account because our taxes went up. So that means that the bank, or our loan, or whatever you want to call it, the bank, because our escrow account went to the negatives because they didn't have enough to cover the taxes that needed to be paid, because they didn't estimate for that. So they'll do like escrow analysis. And I'm hoping now that we have our homestead exemption, I think they do it in March, where they're gonna do the escrow analysis, because I kept asking her, I was like, okay, we got our homestead exemption, can you take it back down now, because this is like He was like, well, we have to wait till we get the comptroller had to send them a paper or something like that, but I don't think they ever got it because they have not changed our monthly payment at all. So I'm hoping in March they will bring our monthly payment down some when they do the escrow analysis, because now we have our homestead exemption. I did also try to protest our taxes to get it down. They tried to take it down like $3,000. I ignored it, so I believe now it's gonna go to like a hearing, and if they need anything, I will send pictures, because we haven't done any like big renovations on the outside for them to see, and the neighborhood definitely has not changed. It's like the same, and there's certain parts of it that are raggedy, so I don't understand what they're trying to do, but I don't know. We'll get that figured out. But yeah, that's one of the cons right now, is just the high taxes making our monthly payment go up, and then the homeowners insurance making our payment go up, because they added a whole $700 and I don't know, it's just been a hot mess as far as that. But like I said, another thing that I wish I would have paid attention to is the tax rate, because I kept trying to figure out, like, we don't have land. You guys have seen me work in the backyard. You see me try and do like renovations back there, which I'm still trying to complete, but this heat is not agreeing with me, and I just don't like bugs, and it's just gonna take me longer than what I thought it was gonna take. But we don't have land, and the house, it's a good size for us, don't get me wrong, I'm not ungrateful, but the house is not that big. So I'm like, okay, why are we paying so much in taxes? So I started doing my little research. And I mean, I knew we had a lot of taxes because we get water tax, we get college tax, school tax, taxes that I know that other people may or may not get. But I'm like, okay, what is making this, like, we're getting taxed like new build communities. And if you know about new build communities, at least here in Texas, most of the time, a lot of time, not all of them, but a lot of the time their tax rates are over 3%. At least from my experience and looking around. Like I said, not all of them. I've seen some new build communities where their tax rates aren't that high. They're actually pretty good and pretty low. But for the ones like around here in the areas that we would look in, they're like pretty expensive. So I'm like, what's going on? Come to find out, because I never looked at it before really, that we did have over a 3% tax rate for this area, because it's, I don't know, master plan community. I don't even think I would consider it that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it just makes our taxes really high. We're getting taxed like, I don't know. I started looking at other houses just to get an idea, like, okay, if we moved, is it going to even make a difference? Because we have a 3.25 interest rate. So right now, I would not like to move or try and get a new loan, because rates are like 7% right now, and we don't want that or need that. I was looking, and we're like paying more in taxes in this house. And just to give you like a reference, and this is why I was like, maybe regardless of interest rate, it might be in our best bet to use it as equity to buy another house and just pay it down and buy points to bring our interest rate down as much as possible, as much as they will allow, because we're paying like, I don't know, like $6,000 in taxes. I know other places pay more than that, but I'm just saying we're paying like $6,000 in taxes for this house. We have about 2,700 square foot of land. That's like the size of a house. Anyway, that's all the land that we have. And the house itself, not including like the detached garage and like the attic space and things like that, it's like 1,500 square feet. So it's decent sized house, and for a startup home and our first home and like a small family like us, it's plenty of space, like I said. But that's not the thing. The thing is that what's bothering me is that we're paying that much in taxes for this house and that amount of land, when I know that I would like a backyard that's big enough for her to run around in. And these other houses that I fell in love with and I love, that are in like just different areas, some of them are even in the same area that we live in right now, and they're paying half of that. Like, I seen another house, it was like on 9,000 square feet of land. The house was like over 2,000 square feet, I think, and their taxes were like 3,000 for the year, and that was without their homestead exemption. So I'm just like, I don't know, we've just been like, okay, well, maybe like if in March our monthly payment doesn't go back down, honestly, we'll probably get the same monthly payment just going to go find another house and using our equity to pay down the loan and buy some points to get it taken off. So I don't know, but hopefully it does go down, because it would be ideal for us to stay in this house another 2 years. But if it goes up anymore, or if it does not go down, then that is our plan as for right now, because we used a down payment assistance program. And the one that we used, they put a 3-year lien, a second lien on your home, so you can't refinance or move for 3 years. If you do, then you would have to pay the down payment back. We're just waiting for that to fall off, and then we'll make our decision what we want to do. Kahari doesn't care whether we stay or go. He does pay attention to like numbers and things, but he doesn't look at it the way that I do, obviously. So yeah, that is like, right now we're gonna see what's going on. We'll see what our escrow analysis update will be, if it's gonna go down or if it's gonna go up more. I don't know, we'll see. And if we don't like it, then we'll probably start looking at our options. So that's a little of what's been going on. I mean, I wanted to move after like 4 years anyway, because I just wanted, like, I don't mind finding another house that's this similar size as this one, because like I said, we're just like a small family, so I don't need like a mansion. I'm not looking for that. I'm not even looking for like a new build. I want a older house that just needs cosmetic work, or just like a little bit of, you know, more nitty gritty where I can hire, because bugs and going underground and stuff like that, that's not my forte. Something that has good bones. Like, I don't want a house that's made out of cardboard paper like these new builds. I want something that's made out of, that has good bones, an older home, but not like an ancient home, just an older home that has good bones, it's cosmetic, and I can make it my own. Like, I'm not looking for an expensive home where it's already like this blank canvas, or like it's just everything is always white and all that. I don't want that. I just want it could be ugly, and I can see the potential, and I know that I can make it how I want it to look. So that is just how I am. But anyway, if that's the case, then we will be moving probably, or trying to move next summer. We had decided, we went back and forth with the idea of renting this house out or selling it, but we decided we're going to sell it so that we can use the equity in our new home, and then we'll worry about rentals after that, because this time we're going to take our time trying to find the second house. We were rushing trying to get this house because our lease was up. I was pregnant. No, was I pregnant? No, I had Cody. I wasn't pregnant. He also had a job, so we were just trying to get here. And then also the market, it just doesn't allow for you to really take your time. Like, you could fall in love with a house and you just want to go check one more house before you make a decision about that one, and that house was gone by the time you wake up the next morning. And shoot, some of them was gone within a couple hours. So we just didn't really have that choice. But the market has cooled down a little bit for certain areas. Certain houses in certain areas, they're still getting multiple offers and going off the market really quickly. So you just have to do your due diligence. And if you're not a realtor like myself, then make sure your realtor is on it too. But yeah, so that's the plan right now. It's like, we're just gonna stay put. We're gonna see if we get the payment that we want, then we'll stay here probably another 2 years, or at least another year. Wait until it's cold to move instead of trying to move in the summertime here. I do have to start renovating again and getting things together. So I do have a list that I'm working down. Our bedroom absolutely has to be done. The floors have to absolutely be done. And then for us to sell. In the midst of editing this video, all of that got put on the back burner because we ended up finding a leaky pipe in our ceiling, which was causing water damage, and our AC was also leaking because of condensation, which caused water damage. So right now, that's first on the list to get all of that repaired and fixed. We've already called the insurance company and everything, and then I will get back to regular renovations. I just wanted to put that in there so that you can get the real of owning a home. Also, like, for us to sell, the renovations I have to do is I have to gut the main bathroom. I'm probably just going to do like little things to the upstairs bathroom because it's not too bad. But our main bathroom is very, very dated. We don't even use it at all. We use the upstairs bathroom. So yeah, that one is really dated. So that one has to be gutted. And then I'm actually going to just redo the half bathroom myself. I'm going to do a lot of DIY in the main bathroom, or the owner's suite bathroom. but I am gonna hire out as far as like plumbing and installing the tub and things. I would like to learn to do those things myself. I don't know, I don't trust myself right now with like plumbing and drywall and just making sure that whatever I'm doing is not gonna cause mold in the house, and I just want to make sure that it's done right. And I'm going to watch them and pay attention to what they do so that I can learn. So hopefully in the next house I'll be able to take on more projects like that for myself. Another con has just been, you know, maintenance. When you're in an apartment, you know, you just call maintenance for updates and things like that, but here it's like everything is yourself. Like, we need to get the HVAC cleaned out. We need to get our ducts cleaned, all of them, and treated for mildew because of the condensation in the house, because I keep the house cold and it's hot outside. And also it was just here before then because it's so humid in Houston. So that's the thing. Another con right now with me is HOA. So the thing is with HOA, like when you're buying into an HOA, you have to read the rules so that you know exactly what you're buying into. Of course, buying into an HOA, I understand HOA. I understand the benefits of HOA, and I also understand that I don't like HOA. I don't care about the benefits, honestly. HOA has already changed, and I don't know, they're just, the way our house is set up, we have a pad and that's where we usually park, and now they're trying to say that we're not allowed to park there. But I read the rules and there's nothing that says that we can't park there, and I tried to fight it, but they're still saying it's their way or the highway and all this other stuff. So that's just annoying, and I'm really just to get out of here. Like, we do need more room. As you know, I drive a truck and I don't have any room for it, so we have to park on the road. And we can't park on the road by our house because they tow, so we have to park sometimes very far away from the house, and because it just doesn't fit in our garage. And had I not been in a rush, I would have seen that the garage was too small for our car situation. I would have seen that, but because I was in a rush and I didn't really get to see the house in person until I had already bought it. The owners previous to us told us that we could, you know, park on our pad the way, just as long as we weren't in HOA grass. HOA does not care, so I don't know. And then, like, I really don't have any freedom as far as like style. I have to keep it their style, which I was aware of that, but I also had seen around in the neighborhood a couple people that have similar taste to me, so I figured it would be okay, but declined. Everything is declined. So I'm just like over it. I'm ready to try and find a house that's not an HOA, or if it is an HOA that is more suitable for us. Let's get into the pros also. So some of the pros right now, I will say, of owning a home, especially as a young person, especially with the economy being the way that it is right now, and like jobs being the way that they are right now, is I do have a little bit of, I feel like it gives us a little bit of peace or assurance because we know that we have an asset. If anything were to go wrong, we could sell this house because our house value has went up. We have done like updates to the home. We will continue to do updates just to help with the value of the home, so we can sell it for more. So we do have equity in the home, so God forbid if anything were to happen, we could sell and live on the equity or use the equity to help our situation or anything like that. Another pro is just being able to be in my peace and in my space and not have to worry about moving 24/7. Apartments, sometimes, I mean, you can renew your lease with apartments, but if you're not happy, then of course you're gonna move. Or if they start skyrocketing your payment, like I've been seeing them do with tenants, where it's just their payment was $900 and now it's $1,400, and then now you're trying to move so that you can find a cheaper place. That I will say, so that's the pro of like being in your own place where you don't just have to keep moving. But that would have been a pro had my payment not skyrocketed. Because now it's like, I don't know, it's still cheaper. I will say that the pro so far is to find a house like this size and like in this condition, it's still cheaper. My mortgage is still cheaper than renting. Like my clients right now that are looking for 4-bedroom homes, they're looking in like the $2K range. Overall, being a homeowner has been fun, it's been challenging, it's been teaching us a lot of things. We really enjoyed our house and making it our home. Like, I love being able to do whatever I want on the inside and change things how I please. Like I said, I still have some projects that I want to do before we move, because I would literally just love to see the space look that way, and because I know that it will help with the value of the home and just make it more updated, because there are still things in the house that are dated. Like the kitchen appliances, those need to be updated. The kitchen is almost done, it's just not done. Like, I still need to change the appliances. do the countertops and the sink. And those should have been done first, but I don't know, I worked backwards. But the bathroom, I've sourced everything out. I pretty much know exactly how I want it to look and everything. I decided to not go fully how I want it to look. Now that I know that we're possibly going to be selling soon, I'm going to mix what I like and what I want with also what is, I don't want to say trending, but what is selling also. Because me, one day I want a dungeon bathroom. Like I want like a very moody, it doesn't have to be all black, but just very moody, kind of like a buoy type of, I don't even know how to describe my style, to be honest, because like I like the grungy, moody, I guess you could even consider it gothic kind of style houses, but I also like boho and like Scandinavian and Moroccan and all those kind of styles. Like I like certain contemporary styles and modern, like mid-century modern. Sometimes I pull from traditional. It's very seldom that I pull from farmhouse, but there are certain things that I like from farmhouse, like bamboo and greenery and dark colors, and I like concrete, I like lime wash, I like things like that. Like I really like organic things, but I also like dark things. Like half bathrooms or like guest bathrooms, I would do something more brighter. Like I would want to give them like hotel vibes, luxury vibes. I love this area and I love like the amenities and I love everything because it's just very convenient for me and Cody. I will say the traffic is not convenient where we live, so that will be another thing. And then we're also like really far. And before I ended the video, I did want to go into some things to like what we're going to be looking for in a home and like things to watch out for, just so when you do start your home ownership journey, or when you do start looking for your second home or your third or whatever, just some things like sharing my experience and sharing what I'm going to be looking for may help you. So I'm just going to go ahead and share that. So we do have room to grow. Like if we want another kid, we can move stuff around, like maybe take away the playroom and put her toys in her room and take the other kids' toys in their room, and then make the playroom an office, and then give the baby that bedroom if we wanted to. But honestly, a newborn would sleep with us, so I wouldn't really be worried about switching up the layout upstairs. Not the problem in the house, it's the layout of the square footage that we have. I would love for like the bedrooms to be a little bit bigger. I would love for the house to be configured a different way. Like I feel like the living room to dining room to the front entryway is just awkward. The house is backwards. I would like all of the bedrooms to be on the same floor, like the second floor, versus the main bedroom being downstairs and then everybody else's bedroom upstairs. Not because I'm nosy and I want to be in my guest business or anything like that, but I would just like to be closer to my kid. It's very seldom that I sleep in my room because I'm either sitting with her in her room or I sleep upstairs because I don't like being that far and it's hard to hear. Yeah, that's the main thing that we're going to be looking for, is like definitely a better layout. I did see some homes where they had more like a guest room downstairs and then they had the main bedroom and the rest of the bedrooms upstairs, and I would like something like that, especially because my mom comes to help me now since she lives closer, and the stairs, she's getting older and it's hard for her to get up and down the stairs. And I would like it's not really the space, it's just the layout. As far as like a living room and dining room and maybe a little bit more separation, I'm okay with open concept. I would just like a little bit more compartments. I would like taller ceilings if possible, because our ceilings are very low. Like I can stand here and probably touch our ceilings because they're just really low, and it just makes the house look dark. Even though I painted it a lighter color, which it helped and it did brighten up the place, but it just seems so low. It seems so dark in here. For having like all these windows in here, it just seems dark in here. Be looking for cheaper taxes, a lower tax rate in the areas, hopefully something that's not in an HOA, but not in an area that's not well taken care of also, because sometimes when you're looking for homes that are not in an HOA, they can be like not in the best of areas, or they don't look that great, or they're just not maintained. So I'm not looking for that. Or if it is in an HOA, just a cheaper HOA for one, and an HOA that is just, I don't know, just more suitable for us and my style, because how I want the outside of my house, I want to be able to do it, and I don't want somebody telling me that I can't do it. I'm also okay with the 3-bedroom as long as we have room for expansion. Like if we have enough yard where one day we can knock it down and make the house bigger, not the whole house, but you know, maybe knock down the back or something like that to make it bigger. Or I'm okay with a 3-bedroom if it has like a study, like somewhere where I could be in office. Because really, we were only looking for a 2-bedroom when we first started our home journey, because it was just us and her. So we were just trying to look for something that's a starter home, something that would just get us equity, and then we can move into a bigger house. But God had different plans, and he found us. We got a 4-bedroom. So the 4th bedroom, as you know, we use it as an office, but we also have a loft area. So that will be a thing that I'll have to figure out too, because I really do like her bedroom being separate from where she plays, so that I don't have to go in there at night and catch her playing with her toys. Those are things that I'm willing to, like, okay, let it slide. Like, okay, we don't have a loft, then I'll just figure out how to configure her room where it doesn't look a hot mess with all her toys in her bedroom, and she still has room to like breathe, and it can still be like a quiet place. A bigger backyard. I definitely want a bigger backyard. At first I was like, okay, I'm cool with this because it's low maintenance, we won't have to worry about cutting the grass. But then when I got back there and just trying to like decorate it and trying to do what I want, it kind of like, I think that's also why I just stopped being excited about it. Is just, I know that I can make it cute, it's just not what it's just, I don't know, it's not what I want. Like, after putting Cody's stuff back there, they take up the entire yard. There's no room for anything else. Another thing we'll probably be looking at is Kahari really wants a garage, so he doesn't want to give up a garage, but we do want to make sure the garage is just a little bit bigger that we can actually fit our cars into, because right now our garage, it can probably fit 2 sedans in it and maybe like an SUV in a sedan, but it cannot fit our truck at all. Like, even if the truck is the only car in it, like, it's too long. I tried going into it diagonal, it didn't work that way. I even tried going over the hump, like the step to that you step up before you go out the door. It was just not working. So first buy a house is like your first house, so you can't beat yourself up about it. Like, you're in love with it, it's beautiful, it's nice. Because I'm not saying that this house is like the worst thing ever. Like, I'm very grateful that we own a home. I'm very grateful that we were able to have this opportunity, and I'm very grateful about just the house in general. Like, I do like the home, I love the home. It's my first home. It's gonna be bittersweet trying to take it, like trying to sell it. I probably will cry because it was a big accomplishment for my family. After you start living in a place for a while, you start realizing, okay, I don't like this and I don't like that. And I figured that was going to happen because when we were looking, Car's not picky. He's just like, yeah, I like it, as long as he has room for his work and stuff like that. He doesn't care. And then me, I wasn't really looking at it as like, I was looking at it as a mom, like, okay, I have room for her and I have room for me. But I was more looking at it as like, okay, is this gonna make us money, or are we gonna be in an upside down loan where we can't sell it and we'll sell it and we ain't gonna make a penny? But now that I've actually been a homeowner for 2 years and I've actually lived in the home, I'm starting to learn what I do and do not like. I'm starting to learn more about the logistics of it. Like, it also helps my clients being a realtor, actually owning a home. It's easier for me to teach them about owning a home. So actually living in the house now, I'm starting to learn what I do and don't like. Like, I don't like the separate rooms. I do love the loft being upstairs, but the thing is with Cody is she wants to be wherever I'm at. So she has a play area, small play area down here, and she has one upstairs, because if I'm upstairs in the office or taking a shower or doing something upstairs, she wants to be upstairs. I had a camera. She may play up there for a little while, but she's gonna come down the stairs. So when I'm sitting down here and I'm in the kitchen cooking, or I'm relaxing, or I'm doing something, she wants to be down here. So I definitely want a bigger bathroom. Those apartment bathrooms spoiled me. Like, I don't like it. I forgot to say that we will be looking for is storage, because that's one of the things that I'm gonna do before we move out, is figure out storage in this house, because everything is just like in a weird place. What you would consider, I guess, the linen closet upstairs, I have made the craft closet because it's in her playroom. So to me, it doesn't make sense to put towels in her playroom. So right now we just keep her towels in her room. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to have all those things already in it. I just would like the potential. So the space to be able to add this, or the room to be able to reconfigure the rooms and do all of this stuff, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be looking for, and that is my 2-year update. Like, it's been cool, but I'm starting to learn the things that I do and do not like, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Also, don't forget, I am a real estate agent in Houston, Texas and surrounding areas. So if you do need help leasing, selling, or buying a home. But yeah, that's all for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.